podcast. You can now find us on Patreon at the Lunapod, where you can show your support for the podcast for only $1 a month. Or for a little bit more, you can get early access and bonus episodes, contribute to our podcast segments, and receive exclusive video content as we film our reactions, reviews, and discover new K-pop groups. Head over to Patreon now to join the community. We can't wait to chat with you. Happy birthday, Jaehyun! Oh, and happy Valentine's Day too, I guess.
Yeah. Hi, welcome to the Lunapod, where we talk all things K-pop. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Raquel, and this is our Valentine's Day special. So if you've listened to our other holiday specials, this one is going to be very similar. We're going to be going over some K-dramas, some songs, and other fun things that you can do during the holidays, and just things that happen to mesh with that holiday in relation to K-pop. So let's start out with one of the best things that you can do on Valentine's Day, watching a K-drama.
I feel like some of these are just good for when you want a classic on that you've maybe seen before, that you just throw on as background noise for the day while you're doing things. So some for that would be Business Proposal, Crash Landing on You, True Beauty, Romance is a Bonus Book.
I love Business Proposal. I haven't watched the other ones. I've watched a couple episodes of True Beauty. Business Proposal is the only one of those that I've watched all the way through, and it is so good. It's just like that classic romance cheesiness, but with an actual amazing story plot and great character growth. It's just like top tier. I recommend it a lot to people randomly. So good. And also, if you're wanting something a little bit funnier or a little bit more like engaging as well, Love and Leashes is one that was released recently that is really, really fun and definitely gives that like Valentine's Day vibe. Also, Semantic Error is a great one. I know that one was really popular recently and it was very good. Also have to recommend The Sweet Blood. That was the very first K-drama that we watched together, and it's very sweet. So it's kind of sentimental to us as well, but it is super, super cute, and it definitely has some romance in it as well. Also, Singles Inferno. This is a reality show.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's so fun. It's like a dating show, and it's really, really good. And then also, I've been recently watching My Hollow Love, and so far it is really, really cute and good as well. So I definitely recommend that one.
So like we always do, we're going to give you our Valentine's Day playlist. We have to give the biggest shout out to Love Wins All by IU. This just came out.
It's the video with Tae from BTS as well. He's in it. This was stunning. First of all, the cinematography, that was basically a movie. I feel like I
want it to be.
Yeah.
It just reminded me of all those movies that came out, like, you know, like Hunger Games, Maze Runner, Divergent, like all that like dystopian era.
Yes, but it was like romance based, and they acted so incredibly. And IU's voice sounded amazing. Like literally everything about it was incredible. And it's also a very Valentine's Day song, so if you haven't by chance seen this already, you really, really need to.
And then some of my personal picks are NCTU's My Everything. One of my favorite songs of NCT's, So Beautiful. iKON's Love Scenario, which is a classic. Dio's Somebody. BTS's Like, which is forgotten, and I love her. Jaehyun's Try Again. Baekhyun's Love Scene and Amusement Park. I feel like any of his
songs
as a soloist are perfect for like Valentine's Day, romance, everything.
Agreed.
And then just honestly, all of Only One of's B series, they come along with beautiful videos that are like coupled up. So it's like one side of the relationship for each duo. So there's Begin, Be Free, Be Mine, Because, Beat, and Beyond.
They're all so amazing. Some of my picks are definitely Special Love by Zodiac, Pop in Love by Wavy, Peaches by Kai, Darari by Treasure, Hug by 17, and You're Beautiful by The Rose. They're just so sweet. I feel like especially the first half of that list is just very like sweet Valentine's romance, and then the second half of that list is more like romantic, like very makes me want to cry Valentine's Day songs. And then, of course, we do have a list for another type of Valentine's Day vibe. Wink, wink. This is a family-friendly episode, so that is all that we're saying for that one. But the list goes as follows. Love Talk by Wavy. Do we need to say any more? I don't really know. That one is a classic. Very, very good. Also, Designer by VAV. I feel like we've been really promoting VAV lately, and honestly for good reason. If you do not know them, you really need to, and Designer is incredible, so definitely check that out this holiday season. And also, just absolutely anything that Monsta X releases, their solo work, their duo work, anything is perfect for this. Then we also have Red Lights and Taste by Stray Kids. Again, obvious reasons. Thirsty by Taemin. Baby Don't Stop by NCT. Simulation by ONEUS. Libido by Only One Of, Playboy by EXO, Love Shot by EXO, that one's a classic. Another classic is Tempo by EXO, Bombay by Baekhyun, again Baekhyun coming in here, he just has some Valentine's Day bangers, and Low Key by BM, that had to be in here. He's just like the Valentine's Day icon when it comes to that. But anyway, quickly jumping off that train, let's go into our Galentine's Day that we've been planning.
So this is my first like proper Galentine's that I'm organizing, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get plates, I'm gonna get like cute decor, get things set up all nice. And so I've been doing a lot of prepping, I've been buying things like here and there. I think I know what I'm getting us to eat.
Look, the food's not the important part, it's the aesthetic. Yeah.
So, and then we're gonna take photos. I want to give little gift bags, so like look forward to that. So I definitely want to make like little reels or TikToks for this, so look forward to that, because I'm hoping, at least in my mind, it's gonna be cute, so the execution better be great.
Yeah, we are having some of our like friends who are also into K-pop coming over, or just like participating in general, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. The next thing that we have to talk about for Valentine's Day is heartthrob idols. These are idols that exude heartthrob energy, they drip romantic vibes. This is not husbands. This is not boyfriends. This is not Monsta X IM type of throbbing. This is full heartthrob energy.
So a big trend happening right now is like putting your boyfriend into the 1920 filter and seeing if they would look good in that time era. So basically, our criteria for this is if you look good in the 1920 filter, if you can stand next to Marilyn Monroe, a classic, if you're giving K-drama romance, and if you just exude timelessness.
It's a very specific vibe we're going for here, and there's a very specific group of people and idols that fit this. First on this list has to be Tae from BTS. He is like the definition of this vibe.
He's just the most romantic looking person I've ever seen in my entire life, and I think it's just because of his style choice, like the outfits he wears, like, I mean, people just call it like Taecore. It's very cozy, it's very like
old-time romantic.
Sometimes giving like Paris, like, you know, like just that kind of like cozy romance. And the fact that he's so in love with jazz music and his tone of voice fits that so well, it's very soothing. I feel like he's just like the epitome of a heartthrob.
Yeah, absolutely agreed.
The next we have 17's DK. He just feels like a timeless boyfriend as well. He always has that energy, kind of just like, if we're going to put this in like a K-drama romance, like strolling through the park. I don't know how somebody feels like that, but that's
how he feels. Yeah, no, I get it. It's all about the vibe. Next on the list is IN from Stray Kids, and you might be thinking, why didn't you choose like Lino, or why didn't you choose some of these other members from Stray Kids who are very like stereotypically the boyfriend or the husband? Yeah, but this vibe that we're going for is IN to a T, and we're gonna keep going through this list, and you just have to like see them all together, and like I hope that you get this vibe, because
it's the vision.
Yeah, because it is so like, we understand it so well in our heads, and I hope that we can get this out.
It's making sense to us, so hopefully that's transferring. And then next we have TXT's Subin. He's, again, timeless.
And it's like it's like the whole vibe. It's the looks, it's the sound, it's the aesthetic, it's the energy, it's everything.
He just has a good aura as an idol in general, like just the way he is as a leader and the way he holds himself, and I think that adds to this a lot.
Yeah. Next we have Jaehyun from NCT, which once again, happy birthday, shout out really quickly. Who more perfect to have in the Heartthrob Valentine's Day episode segment than the literal Valentine's Day baby himself? But more so than that, I feel like Jaehyun was literally plucked out of like an old time romance magazine and plopped into the current times.
And then lastly, Astro's Onu. I mean, he's literally K-drama romance.
Yeah, but like he fits that whole vibe perfectly.
Again, like, we think all these people fit this category very well. He's another one that's just like perfectly in a little bundle tied off with a bow.
Hopefully you can understand the vision here of the Heartthrob Idols list that we just put together, but I love it. I love this vibe we're going for.
want to take a small break and remind you that if you're enjoying this episode so far, make sure to follow the podcast and turn on notifications to make sure you never miss an upload in the future. And if you'd like to show some love, feel free to give us a rating as well. We'd really appreciate it. And the segment for this week is BM's tip of the week. Just throw a Valentine's Day party with your girls.
And your olds.
So grab some cheap decor, flowers at the grocery store, light some candles, pick up some takeout and call it a night. Or just do it with yourself. Treat yourself to a nicer night in, throw on a music video, variety show, or even Singles Inferno. There's a lot of options here. Great night regardless.
It's a fun way to celebrate the holiday without having to be in a relationship, because we have pseudo relationships here in K-pop and that's how we like it. And jumping right back into the episode, let's start talking about idol relationships. This is kind of a hot topic, but it's a fun one. First off, we don't know these people. Most of the information we're about to talk about are relayed from the company, idol and fan statements that have gone through many forms of the telephone game, so don't take all of this as fact. We're just listing some of the ones that have been talked about. There's many that we are not bringing up. These are just kind of what we found and what we think are interesting.
So we couldn't do this without talking about Hyuna and Dawn.
And I know this is a hot topic in the world of K-pop right now. We're going to be focusing on Hyuna and Dawn's previous relationship, and that's kind of where we're going to leave it for this episode. So Hyuna and Dawn got into a relationship and ended up leaving their company because the company didn't support them being in a relationship together, and they ended up being picked up as a duet together with Psy's company. Very, very cool, and they were able to kind of expand their relationship and their careers together. They ended up getting engaged, and it was huge talk. They were probably the biggest K-pop couple of all time.
Yeah, and they had custom rings and everything.
Yeah, it was crazy. And during their engagement, it was announced that they were going to break up, and it was, again, very big hot topic online. And again, they were the biggest K-pop couple,
yeah,
so it was crazy.
It's one of those relationships where when they broke up, everyone's like, I don't believe in love anymore. It was that kind of relationship that we saw.
Yeah, they were, from what we could see, they were very in love and very strong together. Obviously, there was a lot going on behind the scenes because that's a big decision to make. And honestly, just seeing everything since the breakup, Dawn has been releasing some music that's honestly just absolutely heartbreaking, and I just really, really feel for him. And honestly, I feel like, I don't know how much we can say on here. I don't know how much we can say without being in trouble, but I feel like this relationship breakup was very one-sided because Dawn seems okay, this is just what we are given.
We do not know these people.
We do
at
not
all.
know, and this
we're
is
just going
what
off
we're saying.
what we interpret by things that are released.
Exactly. But from that, it feels like Dawn is extremely heartbroken over this, and it feels like Hyuna moved on very quickly, and it honestly feels like she is missing out.
Yeah, from what we saw as fans looking into a relationship, a public relationship, I wouldn't have left him.
Me either.
I wouldn't be me, couldn't be me.
Personally, no. And I feel like we should just kind of leave that there. Anyways, but I truly hope that they're finding some peace and being happy with it. Again, this was a public relationship that we just saw the pieces that they allowed us to see, so this is just our opinion. Take it, leave it, whatever you'd like. But let's move on to talking about some idols who are openly and publicly married.
So first we have EXO's Chin. This rocked, honestly, everyone's world, just quite literally out of nowhere. Hey, by the way, I'm married and I have a kid on the way.
Surprise!
He just really came out with all that at once. And I mean, as always, with fandoms, there's gonna be mixed emotions and thoughts about it. There's quite literally nothing any fan could do to change the life he's trying to lead here. Yeah. So I'm just really happy for him. I think, oh gosh, I can't remember now. I genuinely cannot remember I know he has a second kid on the way. It honestly could be here already. I do not know.
But huge congratulations to him.
Congratulations for being able to have this separate life and keep it so secret and intimate for himself, right, with him being in a big group.
Well, and the K-pop idol industry in general is very hard to have genuine relationships in, especially public ones. So yeah, just a huge shout out to him to be able to manage all of that. Now, one that was kind of shocking to me was Bobby from iKON is also married. I had no idea.
That one just feels so weird to me. I get it. I get it, like, why he could be a husband. Like, I don't know, just Icon in general has such, like, a chill, like, vibe
Party,
to them. Yeah. And so I'm like, the idea of this man just being settled down with, like, a family blows my mind.
Yeah.
But I love it for him. Like, once you really think about it, like, it suits him.
It does.
Like, he's just a little family man having fun being an idol. Like, he loves what he does so much, so it's really
He's just living his best life. Yeah, I'm so happy for him. Another idol that I did not know was married is Taeyang from Big Bang. And again, I say that, but like honestly, most people don't know that an idol is married or won't ever know. I'm sure there's a lot of idols that are probably married or seriously dating that we won't know for
like
a long
while.
time.
I'm very curious to see, like, I think a lot of people were theorizing like more EXO members would come out with like relationships soon. Like, this is just like a post of like, who do you think would be next? Like, total
Just theoretical,
theories,
yeah,
like guessing. Like, I could see it be them, and a lot of people said Monsta X as well. So I'm like, that makes sense just because of like the group's like age in general and like
their time of life that they're in. Yeah,
it would just be interesting to see like who's next, like
Yeah.
what big idol is gonna come out that next.
I'm like excited for it.
And there's always just nonstop rumors about RM being secretly married for the
Yeah,
longest time.
it's so funny.
I remember there's a whole period where he was wearing rings and everyone would like zoom in on photos and like zoom in during like interviews and like him playing with the ring and like moving the ring to different hand. Like, it was just really funny. Like, who knows, honestly. Like, I'm down for it. He deserves it. But it's just
Yeah.
it was such a funny time.
And I think that's kind of our take on this entire thing in general. I know it can be a controversial thing just because of this industry as a whole. I'm personally very happy for them, very excited for them, and I'm excited to see what information we get in the future.
Next, we're going into idols that have dated each other, different idols. Again, all of this is just like translated and talked about through different fans, news, like probably
Yeah.
dispatch, like just
So
not
who
the
knows?
most reliable sources. But again, we're just talking about this because it's fun. So we can't do this without talking about EXO's Kai and Blackpink's Jennie. This, I always forget it happens, but I can also never forget it happened.
Right.
Bobby, who we previously talked about, is in iKON, which is a YG group, and so is Blackpink. And Bobby had said that YG isn't lenient on dating, and if you just keep him informed, it's better. But with Kai and Jennie's relationship, the way things kind of like panned out and were talked about, whether things were like confirmed, rumor, etc., it made it seem like YG didn't know about this, and it was like kind of putting her career on the line, which sounds so dramatic, but again, like in this industry, it's so like you need to be single and available for your fans.
Yeah,
like,
it's very taboo.
yeah, and so it seems very dramatic, but also like Miyeon, who is now in G-Idol, was originally supposed to debut with Blackpink, but was fired because she was dating someone.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Like, I don't get it. I will never get it.
Well, and there's been idols from multiple groups who have been kicked out or left because
Or like
they
put
had
on hiatus.
Yeah, because they had dating rumors, not even necessarily like fact. Again, that we know. But yeah, it's crazy.
But I mean, I'd risk it all for Kai too.
Yeah, honestly. Next is Twice's Jiho and King Daniel. This got mixed reviews. International fans were more on board with it than K fans, which is honestly kind of expected and usually how that ends up.
Like, I don't want that to be taken in a negative light. The music industry, and honestly, like any kind of celebrity figure over there, is again supposed to be kind of like available for their fans. Any kind of dating scandal or rumor is looked down upon and just like more strict with that. Whereas over here, people eat it up. People love a scandal. People love drama. Here, it's kind of just a said thing that like any press is good press.
Yeah, like our celebrities run off of relationship drama.
Yeah, they can't, like, whereas over there, I don't think it's that common. Here, a lot of celebrities date as a publicity stunt to boost both of the celebrities' like careers. So I feel like we're very much used to that and kind of just more open to it. Whereas over there, I don't know.
That's not the case.
Yeah.
That's just the very opposite. Yeah. Apparently, King Daniel's fans called her their first lady in a way to like protect her. And it's honestly, it's just kind of cute. It's unexpected.
Yeah, I really like the idea of them being together. Like, I don't know. I wasn't into K-pop whenever they were together, but it seemed like I probably would have supported. Next we have EXO's Baekhyun and Girls' Generation's Taeyeon. They publicly dated for a little over a year and apparently broke up and got back together a few times trying to make it work. Some say they broke up because they grew apart, while others said the hate got too much. And some fans even said they didn't want to see Baekhyun on variety shows or make any appearances and wanted him to leave the group. So that's like, again, like how strongly they feel about dating. And Taeyeon was just called horrible things, and she apologized and even talked to a fan at an airport, like trying to apologize, hoping the message would spread to like other fans, but it just kept getting worse. And honestly, why is she apologizing for dating someone?
That's crazy. That's just like a culture difference thing there that's really hard for me to wrap my brain around. And last but not least, we do have Pentagon's Hui and former G-Idol's Soojin. Now, Cube kicked out Hyuna and Dawn, but not them. Many speculate that they did this because they did it through the company and not just by themselves like Hyuna and Dawn did, but who knows? And Cube was honestly they really didn't make a good call with that one. Hyuna was the moneymaker and the face of that company, but they wanted to protect the fan ideas rather than the idols since Dawn was a rookie. And they really shouldn't have let that man go. Now, to get even more controversial, let's talk about dating rumors. Now, these are ones that were not confirmed, not denied. Yeah, like
I literally went online and was like, what are like big dating rumors? Because, you know, I haven't been to K-pop for forever. So I'm like, I need to know more than like ones that I'm knowledgeable about. Or not knowledgeable is a wrong word, but just like aware of.
Right.
So these are just different ones that have been speculated about. Some of them are honestly just like complete jokes that people talk about constantly. So the first one's probably the most popular one, with BTS Taehyung and Blackpink's Jinny spotted out in Paris, we think, wearing similar clothes and had bodyguards matching up. It was pretty believable, to be completely honest, but then people were coming back and saying, oh, it was like these two like
they were like
influencers,
impersonators.
It was like the weirdest situation ever. And there's been just so much back and forth on this with like different evidence, but then people are like, oh, these are edits, see, and like people are being such detectives on this on both sides. People who are trying to prove that they're together and people who are trying to prove they're not together. So I feel like this has been like probably the
most recent,
one of the biggest and most recent.
Yeah. We also had Monsta X's Hyungwon and Yoonhee. So apparently they previously dated and then broke up, and in general, some Monbebes think that he has a long-term girlfriend based on his personality. So this was just kind of one that they were throwing together and hypothesizing about.
Next is 17's Vernon and a Hybe stylist.
Ooh, this is giving gym and makeup artist scandal.
Right? Yeah. So, again, as an American, I live for this idea. Like, this is such...
It's so much tea.
Oh, such a nice, like, juicy, classic
Wattpad story
scandal that's going on here. Mm-hmm. So, again, none of this is ever confirmed. But, so TXT stylist posted a Q&A where she answered yes to being in a relationship and put a photo in the background that had sparked the rumors. So there was a teddy bear in a USA sweatshirt, and apparently it's the same one that Vernon was seen carrying in the airport. And it was a speculated gift for a girlfriend after leaving a US tour. That is just like kind of where people were running with this. And apparently they have matching hats, rings, and Vernon's sister follows her on Instagram. So it's just like all very interesting, and like since like 17's like company's like now under Hybe, so like everyone's like
like that could happen.
So it's like, I don't know, that's just like very like I feel like that is a K-drama. So
yeah, man, K-pop fans,
they
are the biggest detectives.
FBI.
Yeah, for real. Like, I know they say that as a joke, but like quite literally, they can find information on anything. Next, we have Monsta X's Kihyun and Cosmic Girl's Bona. They were rumored to be dating for 5 years and apparently went on a trip to Jeju together. Starship ended up saying they never heard of it.
So that was just like a very interesting one. Like, why do we have a rumor that we've been dating for this long?
That's a long time.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, out of where?
Apparently media was really boring at the moment, so we needed something.
Next we have Blackpink's Lisa and Frederick Arnold, and he's actually the Tag Heuer, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, CEO. They were seen grabbing dinner and like kind of out together, and she gave her dad a watch for birthday gifts, and so it was like that brand. So people were just like really reading into the most
that's like really
random scenarios.
Especially with
like
the fact
what are we thinking that like my boyfriend gave me a watch
for my
dad? I gave it to my dad.
What? Well, and also idols do brand deals all the time.
Yeah, they do brand deals, and I think the times that they were like seen at a dinner together, like I don't think it was ever them just out and about together. Like, I think it was in a setting where, like, other people were around. Like, it didn't seem like a super intimate situation, in my opinion.
Right. Like, it could have been businessy.
So, I don't know. That went a bit of a reach for me. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, it's more humorous than anything, to be completely honest.
But I mean, that's, like, a good example of, like, K-pop fans literally reading into everything and, like, trying to be detectives.
Yes.
So this next one's honestly just hilarious, and a joke that everyone just keeps bringing back up on occasion is EXO Xiumin and VIX's Leo. This one, they're just known friends, and they both were like sharing photos from when they were just like hanging out and having wine together, like one of their places. And so everyone's just like, oh yeah, that's their wine date. And so everyone just like jokes about it now.
I love that.
So that one's super unserious, but
I love the unserious ones.
One.
Like when we all know it's obviously a joke. Like when someone wears the same color of sweater into completely different airports at completely different times, and they're like, oh my gosh, dating rumor, and it's hilarious. Those ones they really crack me up. And last but not least, we have 17's Hoshi and Lee Soo-hyuk. Again, this is kind of one that's just a little silly. They're just well-known friends. Soo-hyuk is an actor for Doom at Your Service and Tomorrow, and they grew close, were often seen together, and then documenting their time together. They would exchange gifts, wear matching outfits. Again, it's all just jokes, and from both fan bases, people were just happy to see them and enjoyed their time together, so it was just a fun one. And the last topic of this Valentine's Day episode is going to be content that we recommend you check out for this holiday season. The first one is going to be a show called We Got Married. It's literally idols living together and being fake married. We've been wanting to watch this one for a while now. It seems so interesting. It's just one of those dramatic reality TV shows, so...
Like, it's one we've seen clips from, but I definitely want to watch, like, the full thing.
Yeah, me too.
And then another recommendation is just watching girl group vlogs and just content in general. So anything that gives that cute Galentine's vibe. Ones we had recently watched were XG going to Disney and Universal. Both of those were super cute. And then some New Jeans ones are about New Jeans, Summer in Tokyo, and then Jeanzine, Solal Park. And also their like Valentine's Day for bunnies was really cute. I feel like a lot of groups end up doing like Valentine's Day for blah blah blah, or Valentine's Day with insert fandom name.
Perfect.
So just search that and you'll have great episodes.
Another great thing to check out are the puppy interviews, because puppies scream Valentine's Day and they are so adorable. So those are definitely a must watch for this season.
And then some good variety show episodes would be to watch Monsta X's Monmo Go, episode 5 and 6. And the titles are like A Shocking Blind Date, Friendship Edition.
Those are so funny.
Literally just Minhyuk deciding like who's his like eternal friend. It's so ridiculous.
It's amazing. Yeah, I remember those ones. I also can't remember the exact name of this one. I apologize. I've seen way too much ATEEZ content. I cannot keep them all straight. But one of the ATEEZ reality shows where they're putting like love letters in a mailbox and like giving themselves like points and stuff. It is really, really cute, and definitely recommend that as well. And before we go, we are going to do our song of the moment. This week it is going to be
Batter Up by Baby Monster.
I feel like they were a very anticipated debut, and honestly, I am not disappointed at all. This song is really, really good, and I'm very excited to see what their vibe is going to continue being when they release more music. I feel like the song is super catchy, and if you haven't heard it, I definitely recommend it. And if you want to shout out your favorite song for the song of the moment, as well as participate in more of our podcast segments, you can join us over on Patreon. As always, you can find us on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at The Lunapod, and on Instagram at The Luna Podcast for up-to-date information on episode releases and behind-the-scenes fun. We post all sorts of content, so definitely make sure to follow us and check that out. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye! We have been accidentally manifesting like crazy lately. Like, first it started with ATEEZ and their duos that we were like, that would be amazing. They've never done duos before. And then all of a sudden they drop an album where they have duo and like subunit songs for the first time. And then literally, what was it, 2 episodes ago, we were filming and we were like, we need 10 as a soloist. When he drops
Like,
that solo song,
raving about it.
yeah, we're like, so the soloist world is going to be in trouble the day that he debuts. Like, we're ready. Literally, like a day or 2 after we recorded that episode, he releases the fact that he's dropping his solo album officially.
Yep.
I don't know what we're doing, but apparently we're doing something right.
And the K-pop industry better watch out.
Oh, for real. Like, soloists are shaking right now.
I'd quit. For a pajama brand. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We had to jump back in here.
So we were on Twitter, and the first thing we saw, was the fact that, what is the headline? The exact headline. Now it's from Koreaboo, so you know.
You know how trustworthy that is.
Enhypen becomes first K-pop boy group to endorse a lingerie brand. Fans react. So what is actually happening is they are endorsing like a pajama brand.
Or like the loungewear of that brand.
So I think it's probably like a pink or like that kind of part of Victoria's Secret where they do have lingerie and like underwear, whatever, undergarments. But they also have like loungewear, activewear, like all that. They're literally so covered up head to toe in these photos.
Sweatshirts.
In sweatshirts, like sets. Like they're in complete loungewear. So, I don't know, just a very funny... Let's go.
Anyway, there was this one reply of some engine that just says Enhypen, let's go. And it's an edit of the boys like saying the cheesiest lines. And
then it's to like a Britney Spears song.
I'm dead.
I'm sorry, it's so freaking funny.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Someone said, "Nar." We had this all wrapped up. We stopped recording, undid the mic, and I told her to turn this back on. Because someone commented, meanwhile, Astro is the first group to endorse a women's napkin in their rookie days.
What?
Women's napkin.
Oh.
Pads.
My God.
Women's toilet. What do you call that in a nice term? It doesn't matter.
Know.
Someone said, seriously? They said, yes. Hold on.
Hold on. Is this for real?
Hold on.
Hold on.
It's still by Koreaboo, like...
Wait.
Stop. This is the first male idol group to endorse female sanitary pads. Oh.
Wait,
they're literally sitting here in cat ears. Hold on. Genuine Astro was chosen for their genuine, kind, and considerate boyfriend image the group possessed, according to the pad company. What? Oh my God.
Hold up. They put a spin on their marketing strategy by targeting the female consumers with relatable messages that Astro would relate. I thought it said the female consciousness.
Oh my God. The inescapable smile of MJ. The refreshing one you want to be with every day, Jinjin. So are they trying to tell me like
they said this?
No, like this is what they're saying about these boys. Like
what?
This is why they're relating to this. So you're telling me I want this pad because it's just as refreshing, like the refreshing one you want to be with every day, Jinjin. So like I want this pad because it's refreshing like Jinjin. Stop.
Oh.
Cute, but also very awesome. Sana. Stop. Behind that charisma is a hidden Aegyo, the mysterious and fascinating Moonbin. His entire self is like a work of art and breathtaking. Chaunu, you're not lying. But what? Like, is that, were those words said to like tell me that is why I need to buy this pad?
I want to go to Koreaboo and find this and see what people are saying. No, like their post.
Oh, I mean, that's old though. That's during their rookie days, they said.
I'm gonna see if it pops up though.
Oh my God. Stop it!
What are the quotes on this thing? I don't know them, but I'm completely here for this. Sorry, I laugh. But Astro, you're doing amazing. Astro did that. Legends!
Stop! And then it's a screenshot
of the plant!
Of the fake plant in the promo photo. We stand kings. I could have been blood, sweat, and tears, but this is fine.
By dressing as them? Legend.
What? Yes, someone go get me them. They want to buy them.
Bless them. Do they get their periods? Go Boo, gonna buy every month now. My family is doing amazing. Wow, stand them immediately if you know.
Wait, what is this, Karen?
Karen!
This one's a but why?
Is that an inside joke?
This one's a but why?
Oh god. Next.
This company
Nobody
knows how
knows
to advertise.
I only know one it from Master Key, but boys, you guys are doing great. Oh god. Okay. Bye-bye for reals.